What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 18 of our Pokemon Z walkthrough. In the last episode, we had a massive one. We completed Act 1 of the game. We entered the Royal Palace and there was an entire saga going on there. We did end up battling King Asta and Angeline. So if you did miss part 17 and the ending of Act 1, do go back and give it a watch. When we ended off the last episode, our friend Myra also double-crossed us. He poisoned us and threw us in this prison. And in today's episode, we are starting Act 2 here in the prison. As you can see, there's a whole new area for us to explore. And we started off in a cell, and we've already been here for a few weeks. So I'm guessing we've got to try and break out of the prison somehow. And I've got to say, after playing this episode, it is definitely my favorite in the game. I love that they included it, and it's a nice change of pace. But here we're busy talking to some of the other inmates, and we've also just met a brand new character who is called Iron Face. He looks pretty creepy, and apparently he is in the cell next door to us. So he's going to play a big role in today's episode, but he does look really creepy. We chat to more of the inmates and then try and make our way outside to the prison yard. We've just entered the prison yard, and here you will find a couple buildings for us to explore, as well as this well here. So we're going to try and chat to everyone. There are a few little side quests that we have to do, so do come and pick up all the items that I pick up and chat to everyone that I do, and then you won't miss out on any of the little things that we have to do in this episode. Now here in the top left of this room, you'll find another character with some cards, so you are going to have to take him on in Blackjack 21 again, and he will explain the rules and everything to you. But we did take on someone else in one of the previous episodes, so you should know how to play, and if you do defeat him, you will get rewarded a special kind of berry. So we do challenge him and we get lucky, we defeat him and earn the berry, and that's pretty much everything to do in that room. Now we're going to try and find some of the other rooms. There's also a library here, so there are a whole bunch of books there, and there's one specific book that we're going to need. Unfortunately, I didn't know at the start, so I chose the bottom book, but we can come back and swap our books out at any time. So we'll come and select the correct one a bit later on when we get a bit more information. There aren't a ton of rooms here in the prison yard, but I think there are 4 or 5 rooms. So there is another building here that we're going to enter, and we are picking up a couple items around the yard as well. But in this room it is completely empty, so there's nothing there for us to do. But you can come and pick up some items here in the graveyard. I do recommend that you go and search some of those tombs. There are a few items there to pick up. We will pick them up a bit later on in the game. We just picked up a fire charm as well. And here we have entered like the outskirts of the prison where a lot of the prisoners are doing work. There are still loads of guards around, but here in the outer area we might be able to get away with a bit more without the guards seeing. We make our way to the furthest area where we find Iron Face again, and there's 3 wild Pokemon here. There's an Aron, a Numo, and a Bunnelby, and he has a plan. He wants to try and catch one of these Pokemon, and that will help us break out of here. But we have no Pokemon to weaken or battle them with, and we have got no Pokeballs to catch them with. The next thing, a guard approaches. The Pokemon luckily disappear before he spots them, but he does send us back to our cells. Iron Face does get in a bit of trouble, so now we're going to head back to our cell and then hopefully get some rest. As you can see here in the cell, we can go and interact with the bed to have a nice sleep. And whilst we are sleeping, we have a dream that we are at the Pokemon League, and King Asta here, he's pretty much watching the battle, and we are battling the champion Cynthia. So here in the dream, you will have your original Pokemon team again and have an actual battle, even though it's just a dream and it doesn't count for anything. but it is still a really fun battle. Cynthia is a super tough trainer and she's got some crazy strong Pokemon, so maybe we will be able to face her in real life later on in the game. We'll have to see if we make our way all the way to the end, and if there is like a Pokemon League final tournament, that would be a lot of fun. But here we're doing fairly well against Cynthia. Our Delphox has pretty much annihilated her entire team, which was quite surprising. So as we defeat Cynthia, King Aster comes to chat to us, and then we hear a knock. So it looks like we have woken up back in our cell. All the knocking took us out of our dream. So I'm guessing it's Iron Face. He must be knocking on something. I don't know if he's trying to make a hole in the wall or what his game plan is. But we exit the cell and one of the guards tells us that Myra wants to talk to us in the audience hall. So that might be the room that was empty before. But there was this room that we missed out on when we first came outside. And this is an important one. Here you can actually forge items in that melting pot, and the guy that works here tells us he's a big fan of fantasy books. So we head back to the library and we swap our book for a fantasy book, the story about the magic elves, and now we're going to go back and give him the book. The guy that works here is really happy that we brought him the book, so that's going to distract him for a good while. I think it's quite a big book, so he's going to be reading it. We can then go and use this little forge pot if we need to forge any items later on. So we are trying to slowly plant seeds to plan our escape. But now we enter the abandoned room and Myra is here now, and there is a guard inside as well. So he does blast us with some water with his artillery. And now we actually talk to the snake Myra. I can't believe he actually showed up here after he put us in prison. He was supposed to be our friend, but he poisoned us and we ended up in prison just because of him. So I really hope we can battle him later on in the game. And I want to absolutely destroy him. Even though we are in prison, we do give Myra a wallop. He deserves it. I wish we could give him a few more shots. But Myra tells us that we're stuck here and that no one's coming to save us. Apparently, our friends all believe that we are dead. So Chrysanto and Melia are not going to come and try and find us. They think we have passed away, so we're pretty much just stuck in this prison. And I think we're here for a really long time, like a couple years. It doesn't seem like we're here all that long, but we are here for a really long time. We go back to our cell and have another nap, and again we have a dream about Elka this time. So we are having some crazy dreams here whilst we are in prison. But again, we hear some knocking sounds, but this time Iron Face breaks through the wall. So he's actually entered our cell now, which is quite crazy. Our cells are connected now. I just hope that the guards don't find that he's broken through the wall. Iron Face asks us if we have a basic knowledge about Pokemon alchemy, and we tell him that we do. So he says that's great. He's going to train us and teach us everything we need, but he said it's not going to be easy. He also left a note here with a list of ingredients to craft a Pokeball. So we need a pebble, a berry, and an alchemy pot. I believe we've already got all three of these already. We got the berry from beating the character at Blackjack 21. We also picked up a pebble from one of the characters out here in the courtyard. When we first entered the courtyard, we chatted to everyone, and one of the characters gave us a pebble, but you might also be able to find one hidden somewhere in the outer area here. And then finally we need the melting pot, which we sorted out by distracting the guy with the book. So we used our ingredients and we got a loving Pokeball. So now we can try and make our way back to the outer area where everyone's working. And depending on which Pokemon you chose when you first found those three, that Pokemon will be waiting there for you. So we used our Pokeball and we caught Aaron. So we've actually got a Pokemon in prison now. This is so awesome. We've just got to try and train Aaron up somehow to get strong enough. But nobody here has Pokemon besides the guards, and there's no wild Pokemon for us to battle, so I've got no idea how we're gonna get Aaron stronger. But then we go back to our cell and chat with Iron Face again, and he explains there is a method called the Ultimate Bond. So we are gonna try and do his training method and see if we can level up Aaron and hopefully evolve it just through our training and through building a really deep bond with our Pokemon. So this is something crazy. I've never seen or heard about this before, but we do complete the training over weeks and weeks. As you can see, time goes by. We keep learning, we keep exercising, we keep building our bond with our Pokemon. So I'm hoping this pays off, and over time our Aaron will finally evolve. We definitely put in the work, and this is over a long period, like weeks and months. But then finally our Aaron evolves into an Aggron. So it looks like our training and all of our months of working paid off, and we built an ultimate bond with our Pokemon. So now that our Aggron is fully evolved, it's going to be an absolute beast. We may actually stand a chance now of defeating some of the guards and breaking out of here. We go back through the broken wall to Iron Face's cell, and in the cell he has now got some graffiti on the wall which depicts the legendary Pokemon. So he does give us a bit more information on the legendaries, and then he tells us that there's one last test that we need to complete, and that is taking him on in a mental Pokemon battle. So obviously he doesn't have any Pokemon with him, but we have a special mental Pokemon battle which will help strengthen our Aggron and make sure it's ready to take on the guards. But the sad part of the story is that Iron Face is also really sick. You've got to remember he's been in this prison for years and years, and he's actually going to pass away this very night. So he comes up with a plan. He tells us in the morning, when he is no longer with us, the guards will enter his cell and find his lifeless body, and that will be the perfect time for us to try and break out of here, because the guards will kind of be distracted. So wow, I can't believe this is such a tragic ending to our story. Iron Face has really helped us so much in the prison. He has helped us get a Pokeball. He's helped us break through the cell wall so we can chat. He's also trained up our Pokemon and now helped us with a battle. As we're about to leave his cell, Iron Face wishes us luck, and he tells us that he's so grateful to have spent a bit of his life with us. So wow, this is such a tragic ending. I wish Iron Face wasn't dying. But then we go to bed and we wake up the next day and we find Iron Face's lifeless body here. The guards have taken him out of his cell. So it's just his body here, which is terrible. They're actually going to go and bury him now. And of course, all the guards have seen that we've got a Pokemon now. So we have been battling all of the guards and we have been defeating them all. I haven't shown you guys the battle just so that this video isn't crazy long. But we make our way out and it looks like all of the guards have gathered to stop us, as well as the guy in charge, and they all start blasting at us with their artilleries. So we're just getting pummeled with attacks. But then all of a sudden we go back to a memory with Iron Face, and he tells us that we can actually mega evolve our Pokemon if our bond is strong enough. And as you guys know, we have the ultimate bond with our Aggron, so it does mega evolve into a mega Aggron. We smash the prison warden out the way, and this episode just gets better and better. So we've actually broken out of the prison now. We're trying to pick up a few items outside, and now we're going to make a run for it. Hopefully we can get as far away from the prison as possible. If the guards start running after us, I want to make sure that we are far away. We also found a random character there with a fire. I don't know if that's another inmate that broke out or not, but we aren't able to talk to him. We have found an abandoned building here. It looks like it's a Pokemon storage where they keep everyone's Pokemon before they go to jail. So we actually find our Pokeballs here with our old team of Pokemon. So we've got our team back to normal, and we also picked up a special item called a brave sword if you go into that back room. But then we try and continue making a run for it, but the warden has already caught up to us. So he's going to take us on for a battle, but little does he know that we have our old Pokemon team back, so we can really teach him a lesson. And he's only got 4 Pokemon on his team, so this should be fairly easily. Our Delphox one-shots his first 2 Pokemon really easily. We knock out Malamar in 2 blows, and his final Pokemon is Klefki. So we knock out the warden's team really easily, and after that, it looks like his own Pokemon turns on him. His artillery blasts him down the cliff. So what an ending. I'm glad the warden got what he deserved. But we also found a guy with a boat, so he gives us a free ride and we go back to one of the original cities. We arrive in Canvas Town and we are finally free. We can now enter the special lighthouse area that we missed before. And here you will find a couple items and a special Pokemon. It looks like there is the Steel and Ghost type Onage, which is at level 30. So we are going to try and catch it and add it to our collection. We throw out an ultimate ball and that does the trick surprisingly. We didn't even attack it, but what a cool Pokemon to add to our collection. So now we're going to go back to Canvas Town and see if we can heal up our team and see if we can change our clothes because we still are in our prison clothes. So we go back to the original house where we started, and we also got some information from Professor Olivier. We go to the wardrobe and change our clothes, and as you can see, we are so much older. We must have been in prison for a couple years, probably around 3 or 4 years. We go back outside the house and we're going to finish off our adventure here. It's been a crazy episode for sure. Thanks for watching.